came all the way from Sioux Falls today to make sure he was here for just this part of the day, the SIOR day. I don't give him any credit for that though, because he should have been here this morning because it's SIOR day. But he's here now, and he's going to take over on this part. After that, I think we're kind of done. The person who wins that's going to talk a little bit, and then we're done as far as this kind of thing and speeches. Enjoy yourself, have drinks. I think we go till 8, whatever.
And then we're going to dance?
Yes. Well, you are. You're done.
Never works.
Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody, and I appreciate it. And hopefully this was as good of an event for you as it is for me. And thanks again. I'll see you guys in December. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. Mike, you've done a great job. You really led the chapter well. I appreciate it. As a former president, I know the work it takes to do the annual meeting, and it is hectic at times. So you've done a great job. Thank you. And President Lynn, thank you for being here. It's an honor to have you here. It's not often we get the national president to come here, and it's a pleasure. And
hey, we're on the Midwest, eh?
that's right. We're all together here in the Midwest. So,
Wholesome Springs.
so thank you again. Let's give one more round of applause to President Lynn. As Mike said, last year I won the Robert Boblett Award, and I was very honored to win that. And I want to spend a little time and let you know, especially for some of the younger folks here that may not know what this award is. So if you'll bear with me, I prepared some text and I want to read it for you. The Robert Boblett Award is presented each year at the Minnesota Chapter annual meetings to recognize an outstanding SIOR member who has met qualifications of SIOR activity, civic and community activity, professional conduct, and an outstanding contribution to our profession. The award was named after longtime commercial broker here in Minneapolis, Robert P. Boblett. Robert Boblett was the first Minnesotan to lead our organization at the national level as president. Past recipients include a who's who in commercial real estate here in Minneapolis. Men and women like Jim Benson, Helen Brooks, Jim Machi, Bill Treasure, Dave Bruce, even Larry Chevalier.
Oh, you gave it to Larry? Oh, my God.
And our darling of the chapter, Jill Rasmussen. This year's nominee and winner has been active member of SIOR for 11 years. In addition, he has served as our chapter president and helped coordinate some of the efforts to merge our Minnesota chapter into a new chapter from the old Mid-Continent chapter. A lot of effort went into this activity, and he was instrumentally involved in that activity. He was recently appointed by the SIOR National Board of Directors to serve as the regional director of the Central Region. So he's gone on to serve on a national level. Our nominee had an interesting background leading up to his career in commercial real estate, to say the least. After receiving a degree in electrical engineering from the South Dakota School of Mines, he became a commissioned military officer in the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration Corps. He spent several years offshore on research vessels, and to this day he has a hard time being on open water because he gets so seasick. He is the past president of the South Dakota Safety Management Council and numerous South Dakota transportation and industry groups. And the reason why he was involved in those groups is because after he left NOAA as a commissioned military officer, he actually drove a truck across, a semi-truck, for 4 years across the United States carrying goods. So he's had a wide background of activities that he's done. His community involvement also includes being a team leader with the Minnehaha County Emergency Management Dive Team, and he has assisted in multiple underwater search and recovery efforts and forensic work. He is one of the few underwater ice divers in this region. I'm proud to give the honor of the Bob Boblett Award to not not only my friend, but my business partner, Doug Brockhouse. Podium's all yours.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to be a little teary here for a second because I can get a little emotional. I can remember several years ago when Michael Bender came to Sioux Falls, and he was this Texan guy that came up and he had this designation called SIOR. Now, there was a group of CCIMs in Sioux Falls and kind of really set the standard as far as education goes, but Michael comes up to Sioux Falls and brings this new thing called SIOR. I had no idea what that thing was, but he started really talking about what was going on in SIOR, brought me up here to Minneapolis, introduced me to a bunch of people, and have really enjoyed the relationships I've developed over the years in SIOR, and I've just decided that I'm going to keep trying to move forward and develop that even further. It's a great organization, great people, and one of the things I wanted, and this gave me an opportunity. A couple years ago, Jill and a number of other people decided they wanted to split off the Minnesota chapter from the that other group, and we said, oh God, how do we do that? And there was a lot of gnashing of teeth, and here we are sitting over there in South Dakota, and we said, Michael and I sat in our office and we said, we don't want to be left alone. We want to be part of the Minnesota group because they're progressive. They're a great group of people, and we do a lot of business with them. So we said, hey, bring us along. And Conrad Olson, we called up Conrad up in North Dakota and said, we need you to come along with us too. And so here we are. We've got a great organization, and I have to really thank Michael for spearheading that part of it. And thank you, Jill, for keeping us part of your group, and I'll call it your group at that point. And, here's the other part I want to say. Last year I got to be president of this organization. Brand new, need a lot of help. I remember many times talking to Mr. Kohler on the phone about spending money and all those other things. We were kind of new at a lot of it. And it was a learning experience for me. And then I turned the reins over to Mr. Hope. And here's what's interesting. You talk about somebody that's taken something to another level. There's the guy that really made the difference in where we're at today. Our presence, how we're viewed in this community, and how we're viewed nationally now. When Diane Lee says that we're a strong organization, there's a lot of thank yous go to Michael Hope for doing that, because he is the person that's really put a lot of time and effort in making sure. And I truly believe he feels a little bit slighted tonight that the rest of the group isn't here, and he's worked his hardest in doing that, and man, what a person to step in after me, and a lot of the rest of you that were present. So thank you very much. This is an incredible award, and being in business only 11 years, I really appreciate what you've done for me, and hopefully I can help you. Thank you very much.